now come to order. Roll call. Oh, I can.
Here.
Here. Brad, Brian.
Here.
Here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're all here. Approval of minutes. City Council special meeting June 30th. City Council meeting June 7th or July 7th. City Council workshop July 8th. City Council workshop July 20th. And City Council workshop July 22nd. Does anybody have any questions or anything on these meetings, minutes? If not, I'll call for a motion that we approve these minutes.
So moved.
Motion made by Lewis, we have a support. Johnny, okay. Support by Rousey. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Approval of tonight's agenda, I guess, item number 13. Got to take that off. And I suppose the closed session, we don't need that then, do we, Steph? Eliminate 12 and 13, and we've already got the capital improvements, just with just the itemized list, right? Discretionary capital. Well, if no one else has any additions or changes, call for a motion that we approve tonight's agenda with those changes.
So moved.
Motion made by Koivunen, do we have a support?
Support.
Support by Hadrava, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried, no appointments or presentations. And I see we have no visitors, so we can forego that. Unless, Ellen, we can count you as a visitor. Are you good? Consent agenda, item G, approval of payroll, June 16th through the 30th. Approval of payroll, July 1st through the 15th. Approval of claims, July. 2020 discretionary capital and rebuild flight pump for Phil Pond Lift Station. Does anybody want to go over the discretionary capital list before we approve the consent agenda, or is everybody good at these items? I think we talked about them before. If not, I'll call for a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
So moved. I'll second.
Motion made by Koivunen, support by Rousey. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. We have no public hearings, no unfinished business. J1, new business, license agreement to Rock Ridge School District, 2909. This is just an extension of the one license that we already approved, because they're waiting for the titling to come back for that last piece of property. I think it was up on the 31st. So, anybody have any questions? If not, call for a motion that we approve this license agreement with the school
So moved.
district. Motion made by Lillis, do you have a support?
Support.
Support by Koivunen, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Item J2, resolution approving refuse rate changes. Jerry, you want to give a little synopsis here on,
Yeah, sure. Mayor Council, this year we received notice that St. Louis County was increasing their rates on two different fees that they charge. The first one is a county service fee, and on the utility billing, it's under a county refuse service fee. And that's a payment that comes to us and goes right out the back door to the county. So it's kind of a pass-through payment. That went up $10 per residential household this year. So to make that up, we have to raise them 83 cents a month on that service fee to make up that money to pay the county. Second, they raised the landfill tipping fees, which is bigger and it's going to cost more. That went up $10 per ton. And to just give you a little idea, we bring about 2,500 tons to the landfill each year in garbage. So we're looking at about a $25,000 increase. So to make that up, we had to raise rates in refuse or we're trying to raise rates and refuse, so we're going across the board at $1.50, and that'll make up that 25,000 that would lose from county. It's not something we wanted to do, but you know, when the county hands that down to us and says you have no choice, then we have no choice. So you'll see a difference on your billing for residential average about $2.33 a month.
When will this take effect?
It will take effect the first or the next utility billing cycle, which is at the end of the month.
Oh,
End of
okay.
August. So they'll see it on their end of the month August bill. And I know I got a lot of calls on the this time every year the EPA makes us charge. It went up last year, the year before, almost $10. It's $9 and something on your utility bill in July. And it's a one-time fee in July, and that's another pass-through that comes through. But we got a lot of calls saying, oh, my rates went up so high this time. And that was a one-time $10 fee. And that goes straight to the EPA.
Yeah, I think I had one call on that too.
Yeah. And that's charged every single year, and we get calls on it every year. But so the total increase in refuse rates pretty much will be at average $2.33.
That ain't that.
Well,
That's not that bad.
well, it's the county, and who knows what changes they got hit with too from somewhere else.
Well, that's it. I mean, we have
No.
to pay, we have to pay it, they have to pay it, we gotta pass it down to.
Yeah,
I
that's,
think it's important that you find out also that this increase, will this put us at the top of the garbage king, where we're paying the most, or the other towns that pay more than us, or?
No, there are
So where in the curve are we with this raise, are we?
we're about right in the middle.
With this raise, we're right in the middle, so there's towns that are paying
They
more,
don't raise
and there's
much.
some that are paying less.
I did a rate study, and an average residential 90 gallons, we're right in the middle of that. There's all the communities around here, some pay a little more, some pay a little less.
I like to leave, but not in those categories.
But yeah, we're right in the middle with refuse.
Has the county made any mention of raising the rates next year again?
Well, but this time I think they took so much flack from this year that they already sent us out a letter that they're not planning on raising for 2021 at all.
it's hard to tell, where the regulations come from and the changes, and they own the landfills technically, right?
Right, but I talked to them over there, and they said, they've been taking money out of their general fund to pay the landfill fees for so many years that they just can't keep doing that, so their board told them, get them up to where you need to be, so we don't have to pull money. Just like us, if we have to pull money out of general fund, something else goes short. So, he just had to get them up to where they could pay their bills.
Wonder who's gonna pay for hauling away all in burned out buildings in Minneapolis. I imagine that's gonna frickin' hit the budget pretty hard.
Pretty sure someone's gonna come out of our pocket. Pretty sure.
I heard the city of Minneapolis, they're running a little behind 100 million in the hole on the budget.
That doesn't include what. the
No.
Buildings are. Yeah.
No, that's, oh man, imagine the environmental stuff you gotta go through with that. But anybody else have any questions, Jerry, on the rates? If not, I'll call for a motion that we approve the rate increase.
So moved.
Motion made by Rousey, we have a support.
Support.
Support by Koivunen. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Resolution accepting donation from the Township of Vale for new police squad car in the amount of $15,000. It's nice to add to the kitty there, eh?
Yes, Mayor. If you recall back when our 2016 SUV was totaled, Vale agreed to donate $15,000 to one of our new squads, which we did get our pickup truck in, and we are getting that uploaded right now. So that money is going towards the purchase of our 2024 F-150.
Perfect.
I got a chance to see that
Oh, did you?
new F-150, and it is really nice looking.
Well, trucks have came a long way since we were growing up, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
That's the family car.
You sure don't expect to have that going down the main street and think it's a police officer.
Absolutely not.
Any word on the other rig?
Counselor, they said the product was supposed to be being produced this month, so delivery, we're hoping at the end of the month, but it's for the last 15 months, so. Keeping our fingers crossed, 'cause they were pretty close on the pickup truck, so.
You got one more on order or two? I don't remember anymore.
We just have one more on order, and then we have another
Request.
discussion coming up.
I was gonna say, before we get that other one, we're gonna have another one due.
Yeah. Anybody else have any questions? Otherwise, I call for a motion and we accept the resolution accepting the donation from Fail Township.
So moved.
Motion made by Lillis, do you have support?
I'll support.
Support by Drava, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Number 4, resolution accepting canine donations. Chief, that was from the law enforcement event that we had?
Correct, Mayor. Margie Corbin and Bob Pizzelli had it at Roosevelt on the outside patio. It was a very nice turnout. We had a canine demonstration for everybody. And within that short amount of time, they raised almost $2,000 for our canine unit.
I see that.
Oh, is that nice?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm called for a motion that we accept this donation and send a letter of thanks. It's a significant amount of money.
Well, I would so move.
Motion made by Koivunen, do we have a support?
I'll support.
Support by Drava, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Number 5, K-9 squad purchase request. You found us a replacement, the chief?
Well, Mayor and Council, it's kind of ironic. A couple weeks ago, I received an email for a speed display radar trailer that Net Lake Boys Fork was looking to get rid of. I had called them, and coincidentally, we got it for $500. The trailer itself is over $7,000, so it's a mobile one where we're able to move around to different locations around town if we get a speeding complaint. I think it will come in handy. Very clean. The mechanic went through down at the garage. So we're anxious to get that up and running. But while we were there, the chief up there said, well, we also have a canine unit that they were getting rid of because the Bureau of Indian Affairs, they were getting a new squad from them. Well, we started taking a look at it because of the situation that we're in with our current canine squad, and kind of asked what he wanted it for, or what he wanted for it. It's a 2016 Chevy Tahoe. He has a lot of good equipment in that vehicle. We're estimating the equipment alone to be $15,000 to $17,000. It's got like a $5,000 watch video system in it. And this includes the light bar, everything. The downfall is that there's 102,000 miles. However, it was a one-officer squad, just the way it would be right now. Typically, it would be just Sergeant Elias driving it. We'd be hoping to get 2 to 3 years out of this vehicle. And like I said, it doesn't need to be outfitted. The only thing we need to do are peel the graphics off, get new graphics and put it on it and put our computer in, and we're ready to go. And we're hoping in a couple of years, all that equipment can come back out and go right back into another vehicle. But with the equipment that's in there, I had Sergeant Elias and the mechanic Ed Hardy went up and looked at it. They gave me very favorable reviews of it. There's just some minor brake work that we would do as soon as, if approved, to get it. But I think it will be a good purchase right now and meet our needs.
What's the mileage on the one you're using now?
That has a different engine, the engine blew on it, so I mean, there's over 150 to 160 on the body itself.
Okay.
The engine is, it's getting ready, it's tired, and that was a 2008.
Okay, that was my next question, was the year.
The book just on this Chevy Tahoe is 22,000. So the chief said he would give us this package for $20,000, and like I said, it's probably got $15,000 to $17,000 of just equipment in it, not including the car itself.
Would the old K-9 unit be fair enough for the garage to use it?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Because I'm adamant about getting them guys a vehicle like that versus that blue car, because I was watching them that they haul a ladder on the old car. They need a vehicle down there.
That must be our last car we got left.
That was the last police car down there, and we need to either get rid of that
Yeah.
and give them this one here if we go for this.
I do need to discuss that with Phil Township, though.
Yes.
So, with that, and also the chief up at Boys Ford, they had a second, speed trailer, a little different style. He says, I'll give you that one too, so.
Speeding up the deal a little, all right, because you got
Always,
any beaches.
might be getting 2-speed display trailers in that squad, but I do think it would be a right fit at a particular time, especially the way the squad situation's going with ordering. You never know what, if we ordered one now, I don't know when one would come. And that's going with any make, Ford, Dodge, etc.
And this is set up for a dog already, right?
Everything's ready to go. Like I said, we would just throw our Eveleth graphics on it. And,
It's turnkey.
And we get 2 speed signs, all the equipment.
$15,000 worth of equipment, 2,000 under book.
Well, technically, that's an emergency vehicle. It responds with everything, and you can't have a vehicle that's temperamental. It's 24/7.
It is
runs.
pursuit rated also, which is huge because of the squad that he has now is not pursuit rated, but he is.
Okay, anybody else have any questions of the chief? If not, I'd like a motion recommending that we purchase this vehicle before it's not there.
I'll make that motion. I think it's a good deal.
I'll support.
Motion made by Koivunen, support by Lillis. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried. Item number 6, resolution authorizing the city of Eveleth to make application to and accept funds from the Minnesota Department of Iron Range Resources and Rehabilitation. This is the COVID-19 business relief funds. So if no one has any questions, I'll call for a motion that we approve this resolution. Motion made by Rousey, support by Hadrava. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Resolution, proposed ordinance amending the city code chapter 2 administration and general government. Anybody have any questions? Not, this is tweaking one of the commissions. And if no one has any commissions or questions, I'll call for a motion that we approve this, or approve the first reading of this ordinance. Motion made by Rousey, do I have support?
Support.
Support by Koivunen, any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, motion carried. Item number 8, resignation from Colin Anderson, firefighter. I'd like to call for a motion that we accept Colin's resignation and send him a letter of thanks for his years of service.
So moved.
Motion made by Lillis, do I have support?
Support.
Support by Koivunen, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Item number 9, resignation from Mary Beth Skorich, library technician, children's specialist. I think Jackie they're gonna wait before they advertise till they kind of figure out what's gonna go on up there. I think she's going back to where she was before.
She's going back to teaching.
Oh, teaching, oh, okay. Yeah, I hate to lose that skill set at the library with the kids, but it's,
Very talented, very, knowledge for him, very good. But I don't blame her, you know.
no, I mean, you gotta look out for yourself. If no one else has any questions, I'd like to request a motion that we accept Mary Beth's resignation and also send her a letter of thanks for her service at the library. Bradley, you're making it. Do we have support? Support by Rousey. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried. Item 10, authorize city engineers to start field work for Roosevelt Ave from Vale Road to Jackson Street and Douglas Ave, from Garfield Street to Temple Place and Temple Place to Grant Ave for utility work. Those are county state aid streets, aren't they, Jerry?
Yes, they are. Eveleth and I have been working with the county trying to get them to come through and do a few more county aided roads. And Eveleth here, and now their plan is to come through on 2021. So we'll have to be ready with all our groundwork, field work, go out and look for somebody. And all we have to pay for is the utilities.
Yeah.
They pay for everything else, we construct, so. That's the time to do the utilities.
That includes the low end of Douglas down there.
That's all the way from Garfield to Temple.
Temple,
And then
that's
Temple.
where that real spot is, yeah.
Yep, Temple up the ground. So right past your place, all the way up Grand Park. And then Roosevelt, they're gonna do all the way up to Jackson Street. So, and like I said, all we'll have to pay for are the utilities.
I just wonder if they did any utility work when they redid Roosevelt that time.
You know, I think Roosevelt is still pretty old. I know they didn't do a whole lot of utility work in that area. Just from the film and stuff that we have with the sewer lines, and I don't remember the water lines ever getting replaced. I look for maps up here, but I can't find any maps that state that Roosevelt was doing.
All I remember,
I know
they
widened it, yeah.
Sidewalks and overlaid, I think is what they did.
Is that what they did?
It didn't last very long, let's put it that way.
No one has any more.
Represents all the school buses going down there and up and down.
Don't know you want to build a school.
We won't have school buses running up and down that road. If we're going somewhere else now.
If no one has any questions, call for a motion that we authorize the city engineer to start field work on these projects.
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by Adrava. Do we have a support?
Support.
Support by Rousey. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried. Item 11, Fall 2020 Refuse Collection and Yard Waste Pickup Schedule. Jerry, you gonna run similar to what you had this spring?
Yeah, we'll be running for 2 weeks again there. We're looking at September 22nd to October 2nd. We'll be going through the alleys, October 12th. We want to give a little more time for leaves to drop, get their leaves up. But it'll be ran the same, it'll be ran in 2 weeks, and it'll be the late shift, so everybody will have a chance to come down.
I think they gave a lot more people an opportunity with those later hours.
Yeah, and then
That
people
really
only
helped.
have 2 weeks and they get down there. And we went through as many cans as we did go 4 weeks, so it just shortens us, it helps us out with our manpower. It worked out really good for the 2 weeks late.
Oh, that's good then. Well, it's, if you meet it 4 weeks, there'd be people there in the 4th week. You know, everybody likes to procrastinate.
Yeah, you keep
What
putting
do
it
you
off,
do?
putting it off, now you have 2 weeks to get it done.
Yeah.
Right. I agree.
And that's plenty, 2 weeks is plenty of time, especially when you're open till 6.
Well, that after work is good. Somebody works till 4 or 5 o'clock, you know, they got time to run down.
Anybody have any questions on that schedule? If not, call for a motion and we approve the fall collection, refuse collection and yard waste pickup schedule.
So moved.
Motion made by Lillis, we have support.
I'll support it.
Support by Hadrava, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried. And like I said, Mitch, we don't need the closed session then if we don't have the other, okay.
It'll be something we'll have on a future agenda, or the other side has to review the agreement.
Oh, okay.
First, so, yeah, probably next meeting, or we might call a special meeting later.
Okay. So we have nothing more under new business. Anybody have any committee reports or presentations or anything? You know, it's been kind of slow during the summer, especially with what's been going on.
Yep.
If not, Brian, you got anything to bring up?
No, sir.
Joe?
No.
Bradley? John,
No, sir.
Chief,
No, sir.
Jerry,
Nothing else.
Al, you got anything to add?
Mayor.
Mitch, you're,
We're good, Mayor.
Steph, you getting ready for the election? Excuse me.
How are we doing for judges?
We have enough for this election, we'll be trying to recruit some more for the general in November.
Are we mailing them in?
People do have the option to vote by absentee, we've had quite a few, but it'll be in person voting also.
Does that help with, everything combined like in the auditorium as far as finding judges?
Yeah, it does help, we don't need as many.
Cause I know it was getting pretty tough to find them.
Down to one doormat. Well, that's 4 or 5, you know, right there. Down to one doormat.
Well, I have nothing further to bring up. Is anybody from the audience? If not, the meeting's adjourned.